It's time to roast more of my subscribers' bags, so strap in, grab your tissues, and hopefully you don't cry. I don't know what the f*** your name is supposed to be, so I'm gonna call you Neo. Some context about Neo before we jump into his bag, which if you want your bag roasted, please give me some more about your game because that determines what discs you should be bagging. I hope that's not new information for you people. Neo says he's 14 years old, throws 500 feet, and just dropped from Team Clash. Sweet, thanks Neo. It's up to you guys if you believe all that, but I have no reason not to. Let's go straight to the putting putters. Neo, what the fuck? You seriously putt with Bergs? You're lucky you're only 14 or I would have swung on you. Pick any other putter and you'll be fine. You got 4 years to fix it or I'll come find you on a course somewhere. I don't think I've ever seen someone bag more putters than you. Why do you need 8 throwing putters? Unless all your courses are sub 300 feet, is this really necessary? You already had too many Bergs in your bag. Why in the hell would you put another one in? The Rhino and Slammer are essentially the same. 2 shitty overstable approach discs. The only thing that could have been worse is if you bagged a Justice. I'm really struggling to understand why you need either of them. Neo, your bag is looking rough, I'm not gonna lie. But the Envy saves it just a bit, because the most shit I can talk is called overrated, but that doesn't mean it's a bad disc by any means. I really gotta get a proxy at this point so I can have a real take. And for all you telling me to learn MVP, how about you start bitching to them to send me some plastic so I can test it out? I'm a broke 22-year-old. I can't be spending money on Euros like that. Bro, I thought we moved on from overstable approach putters, but you got 3 more in 2 different molds. I can't hate though because the Mint and Peppermint are great discs. Here's a quick fix to your bag. Your Rhino and Slammer, chuck them in the deepest pond near you and forget about them. Now just keep the Mint and Peppermint and you're set. I'm okay with keeping both. The Mint flies like a beat-in zone and the Peppermint brings the overstability. And no, it's not like a Zone OS. Nobody better comment that, because this disc isn't dumb. Well, finally, we're done with your putters. I hope you can recognize your problem. Starting off with another shit disc, we got the Buzz OS. I just can't get behind it. I think I just can't get over how stupid the name is, but you got 2 buzzes in your bag too, so at least I can make fun of those for a real reason. Actually, I don't really have a reason, and to be fair, I have a buzz in my bag. And before you call me a hypocrite, hear me out. I was playing with Dylan Cease, a pitcher for the Chicago White Sox, but cooler for me, he was drafted by the Cubs. I'm a fan if you couldn't connect those two. Hey, there's people that still putt with Bergs. Some people still need help. Sorry, Neo. But we were playing his home course, and he said it set up well for mid-ranges. At this point, I didn't have a single mid in my bag, so he gave me a 6-claw buzz, and of course I had to put that directly in my bag. Also, I didn't throw it that entire round. It was a putter course. Come on, Dylan. Side note, I got to check out his disc collection, and oh my god, I've never been more jealous. Back to Neo's bag and his last mid-range, the Cayman. And you know what? I approve. Starting the fairways off with another Clash disc, which I love. The Ginger is, okay, flies similar to a Thunderbird. And you have the Spice, which I'm assuming is your overstable forehand type disc, which if it is, the Ginger is a great complement to fly straighter. Kind of like running a Sexton and normal Firebird combo. If that's not what you do, think about it. Or that's what the Draco is for, which if that's the case, I also approve. It's just cooler to throw more Clash. You'd really think I'd be getting free discs by now from the amount I'm on their knees for them. I had to look up what the Velo was, only to be pleasantly surprised that it appears to be a solid disc. 7 speeds, man. Everyone be sleeping on them. This disc seems like a great option for slower throws that will fly straight. Very manageable without having to use much power, and for those out there maxing out at 250, check it out. Even if you throw it bad, you'll be unique. Right, Neo? Last up, the distance drivers, and I honestly am disappointed that you don't have a honey in your bag. I had to pretend to actually like the Ginger because I was hoping you'd save yourself with the damn wild honey, but no, just 3 destroyers. If you throw 500, destroyers are the best option. It's a fact. But come on, what disc are you going to use in tight woods that you need to flip quick but still fade without putting much power? I'm hoping your destroyers are flippy because ain't no way the Pepper is getting any turn. I don't think you can go wrong with the most overstable disc in your bag. As long as it can still fade in the hardest of headwinds, you're set. Shout out Neo for letting me roast his bag. I hope if you learned anything, it was to take that Slammer out of your bag. Richard, you're up, and I got a good feeling about you. Putting with darts is not a bad choice, but we both know if there's even the slightest headwind, you're going to be shaking in your boots while putting. Who am I kidding? You probably do that anyway. Typically, I would tell someone to stop bagging a Rhino just because it's 2024 and you should have grown up by now. But bagging a disc for 10 plus years is a massive flex, so I'll allow it this one time. Wait, you putt with it? I take everything back. I respect throwing the Banger GT, The groove on top is a perfect placement for your thumb to be when you're retreating the out of your drive. Sorry, it was just too easy. Okay, we can solve the only problem you have. Get rid of the pig because no one should be throwing that and replace it with that rhino. As long as it still has some overstability, if not, just get a zone. Oh, you do? This is a good time to clarify this for everyone. The zone is an overstable approach disc, not a mid-range. I don't know why it bothers me, but it's one of my biggest pet peeves in disc golf. But yeah, good job for bagging one. Now just throw away the pig and you're set. Also, you probably don't need a Toro if you have a zone, unless you like the feeling better for backhands or something. But you already have the deflector, so I think you're probably covered for every shot an Innova fanboy would tell me a Toro could be. Still better than a pig though. You bagged the best feeling mid-range in the game, so I respect that. For those wondering, I'm talking about the Buzz SS. Write that down, because you need to start bagging one if you need a straight flying mid-range with low effort. And who wouldn't want that? The Buzz GT sounds fun, but even better is the ace you snagged with it. Hot take I'm throwing out there just because it. I don't care how many you throw off the tee, I call it an ace. That being said, do you want to know what I call people that just sit in the hole chucking until they hit it? Bitches. For those shots you need to go left, you got a paradox. But now I'm confused because you have like 4 discs made for hard fading sidearms, so why do you need an extremely flippy mid only people who don't throw forehands bag? I guess it's not bad to be prepared. Can't hate on the Firebird, it's a classic. And if you describe your forehand as a chop, I think it's a good fit. The Passion and Insanity are both good choices. But I will say, for as cool names as they are, they're kind of boring discs if I'm being real. Just straight fairways that do what they need to do. It's like a sandwich on white bread. Are the Wave and Wraith not the same shit? If they are, go with the Wave. I know I tell everyone to throw the Wraith, and if you pick it, I'll respect it, but less people throw the Wave, so it's better to be different. And yes, there is a difference between being different and throwing shit discs. The turn is a good compliment. If you can get this disc to hold all the way, start working on hyzer flips and you'll be golden in the woods. The H3 V2 just sounds incredibly dumb, so you'll never catch me with one. It does fill your slot for a stable to overstable driver in case of those windy days, but I think you could even get something with a bit more overstability in case of serious headwind. Richard, I know you were going to be awesome. I take back everything bad I said about your bag. You bag a Wild Honey, which is the best disc ever made, so you're good in my eyes. Well, actually, take out the pig, and then we're chilling. Shout out Neo and Richard for submitting their bags. If you want me to roast your bag, make sure to comment down below, drop a like, and subscribe to not miss out on another video. Oh, and if you want to know the best and worst discs from manufacturers, check out the video right here.